What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me here again for another Breaking Bad episode. Last episode was fantastic. Love getting introduced to the character of Saul. I'd been excited to check him out for a while ever since I saw the adverts for Better Call Saul. Obviously, as I mentioned last time, I didn't know if he was exclusively in that show or if he also made an appearance in Breaking Bad, and it seems he made one pretty early on. And we saw how he is now kind of like the official lawyer for Walter and Jesse at this point, and still not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, because it seems like he has a lot of information and could easily ruin the whole operation just by speaking to anyone else about what he knows. But at the same time, if they ever get into a situation like Badger got into, he might be able to help him get out of the situation if they are bringing him a steady stream of money, because that seems to be what motivates him a lot, is just money in general. And that was kind of the main stuff that we saw last episode, was just dealing with Saul and introducing that character and setting up things for the future with their relationship with him. But there's still Skylar with her new company. Interested to see if we see more of her in this episode with her boss, who obviously has some ulterior motives. It looks like Hank is back for a bit, not sure if he's going to remain here, what his situation is going to become, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with him as well. I mentioned my concern last time about the description of the fake guy, whose description was very, very similar to what Walter looks like, so I'm worried at some point Hank's going to start putting some pieces together. I don't know though, that's just a guess. We also haven't really seen much of Walter Jr. in the past few episodes, so I don't know if he's going to kind of just remain in the background for a little bit, or if we're going to get any more storylines with him. But nonetheless, I'm excited to check out this episode with you all. Hopefully you guys are excited to watch me react to this one. By the end of the video, you enjoyed it, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach more people, helps the channel out a lot, so I appreciate you guys who do that. And as always, the full-length reactions to these are up on my Patreon. Link for that is in the description below, and you'll be able to find this full-length reaction as well as all the other full-length reactions from the show and all the other stuff on the channel there as well. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and start episode 9.
Doctors like people to think that they're so much smarter. You would be surprised how much they come to us for input.
So I didn't realize it until I started editing the last episode, but it didn't even occur to me that Walter's coughing from the last episode signified that his treatment really wasn't successful, and so that sucks big time, especially when it was brutal enough the first time through.
See anything?
I'm just a technician, Mr. White.
Oh man, that's a pretty nasty looking issue right there. Goodness. I assume that white spot was the affected area. That looked like a fourth of his lung or more. Walter's definitely gonna need some heavier treatment.
Not telling your wife aspect? Most people want to know why they suddenly got rich. How much time they giving you?
Weeks. Maybe.
Is it that soon? I didn't realize the estimate was that quick.
How much money are we laundering?
At this time, $16,000.
How long you been doing this?
We've had some extenuating circumstances.
Shoot, I can't believe all he has to show for a season and a half is $16,000.
You're expecting the news from the scan to be bad. Stay positive with me here.
I'm all for positive, but positive doesn't change facts.
I'm happy that at least Skylar's being more supportive of him again. They had a half season of some pretty rough stuff in their relationship.
I need to know Mom's going to leave you something if I'm no longer around. I just need to get that straight, that's all.
I wonder if he's actually going to go see his mom for real and we're going to get to meet her, unless he's just using it as a cover again for the cooking business.
I actually think the news from the scan is going to be good. Perhaps you should prepare for that.
Hate to tell you, Skylar, but we already know it is not good.
We should do something.
Yeah, we should.
No, something else. Have you been to the George O'Keeffe Museum?
I think this might be the most I've seen Christian Ritter smile in a show before. Is she going to answer it and it's going to be Walt?
Yo, if I know you, leave a message.
Oh, even worse, a machine. If anything ruins this relationship, I'm going to be so upset. This is the only good relationship we've had all show.
We have to cook.
We're going to need all new glassware, heating mantles.
Yo, you want to go shopping? Go do it yourself, all right? I got plans.
I'm glad to see Jesse sticking up for himself a little bit.
Our methylamine.
It's going bad. Unless stealing another barrel sounds good to you.
Hell no.
Have a paper and pencil?
Dang it, man. Walter's lying to him right now just to get him to cook. That sucks so much because it was probably going to be like a great relationship builder moment going to that museum.
Love you.
Fly safe, okay?
It seems for the most part their relationship's back to normal. Not gonna qualify it as the second good relationship though, because it's still based mostly off lies right now. He's gonna freaking walk right back out, isn't he?
For immediate loading and unloading of passengers only. No parking.
Walter, this madman. I can't believe he did it that fast. She could have seen him in his rear view mirror. Or in her rear view mirror.
You brought a meth lab to the airport.
What? You said we were in a hurry. I saved us a trip.
Go, drive, go, go.
Walter's becoming a bit of a hassle to deal with for Jesse. It's interesting how my opinions of characters evolve throughout the show, because initially I'm all on board with Walter, want him to succeed, and then it's like I'm on Jesse's side now and want him to succeed over Walter. Not like I hate Walter or anything though, I still want him to be able to pay for the treatment and survive that whole ordeal.
No, not there. That is our workstation. Why don't you try to find a place where it won't get lost, hmm?
Was that shot supposed to signify that the battery's gonna run out or something? Something's gonna go wrong the way they were doing all those slow up close shots of the keys, I know that much. Oh, dude, that shot is gorgeous, my goodness. Every once in a while, this show shocks me with some of the beautiful shots it does.
2.35 pounds. That's the last of it.
Oh, that's so much. That's definitely the most they've ever cooked this show.
42 pounds. What are we selling for these days?
40 a pound.
$672,000.
All in.
Each.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, these guys are in freaking business now.
Separate rooms. Yeah, that's a given.
I knew it, dude. These guys, no matter what happens, cannot catch a break. Have they ever had a successful run of cooking without any issues?
Now really pull, not like a girl.
Pull this. I am pulling.
I love Jesse's comebacks. Freaking hilarious.
Well done. Jesse, as always, just well done.
I feel bad for Jesse, but that one maybe was a little bit on him. I mean, I can't blame him, though. He had to think fast. If Walter keeps berating Jesse all the time like this, he's gonna risk pushing him away.
Skinny, hey. Listen, man, I need you to come pick us up. Head west on the 40 for like, 30 miles? Want to kind of take it slow because there's this dirt road. It's right before the white sign with a 3 on it.
Jesse's retention isn't pretty bad at all. He's got a decent memory.
Yo, where are you? You just crossed the river?
Something's gonna go wrong.
What river?
What the hell river are you talking about, man? There's no river. Hey, yo, Pete, can you...
Oh my gosh, these guys are completely stranded out here. They've been through some crappy situations before. This may be the worst. Actually, no, never mind. Being almost killed by Tuco definitely is worse.
That's right.
Dang, man, Walter is in some freaking bad shape right now.
Oh, I'm good. I'll give it a little longer, just to make sure.
For me, it doesn't spoil, does it?
That sucks so bad. And this is only the second season. I know there's more seasons, obviously. I don't know how the heck Walter's going to be able to resolve this. His lung cancer.
Yes! Yes!
No way! Ah, dang it. Had a good moment there for half a freaking second. And they were going all day just for that little bit of energy.
Why couldn't I have just got us out of it?
That's a pretty big line of dialogue right there for Jesse's character. I think that's like the first time I've seen him show like some regret for cooking.
I deserve this.
Wait, first off, everything you did for your family.
All I ever managed to do was worry and disappoint them and lie.
We're getting some great character moments in this episode. Dang. Both Walter and Jesse are having a bit of an existential crisis right now.
You need to cut out all your loser crybaby crap right now and think of something scientific. Or you made poison out of beans, yo.
Walter is pretty resourceful. The roles have reversed. Now Jesse's hyping up him.
You make some kind of robot, build a new battery, or...
Do you have any money? Change?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Yes.
Here we go. Walter's brain is turning.
What are we building?
You said it yourself.
A robot?
A battery.
A robot, he says. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Walter better give Jesse some mad props after this, because he's the one who sparked that idea in him.
The sponge is the electrolyte?
But yes, that's what I'm soaking the sponges in. Good. Good, and...
I love it, man. Great moment. Back in teacher and student mode.
Anode. Damn. That is good.
Something's working. That little spark's gotta be a good sign. Stay on, stay on. Oh, baby, we're in business. Walter freaking worked a miracle right here. That was a team effort, though. Give credit to Jesse for the idea.
I know I can trust you to,
Yeah. Whatever happens, your family will get your share.
Yes, dude, what a fantastic exchange right there. Love seeing Walter finally give Jesse some credit there and put his trust in him.
And you're showing signs of remission. Hope to see at least a 25 to 35% reduction in tumor mass.
And how has my cancer responded?
Your tumor has shrunk by 80%.
Whoa, no way! Oh, are you serious? Wait, what the heck? Was Walter looking at the wrong sheet earlier?
Okay, but
Sweetheart, you're right. It's very good news.
It's very good news.
Oh man, I felt it right there in my heart. Dang, that's some great stuff right there, man.
You have radiation pneumonitis. It's usually not serious, but it can produce a cough like that. Probably have a tear in your esophagus from the coughing, and that can be very serious. You could rupture and bleed to death.
This show refuses to let there be good moments for longer than like 30 seconds.
We're not completely out of the woods, but now at least we have some options. The most important of which is time. You folks have earned some celebrating.
The writing in this show is freaking fantastic because it's only been like a season and a half, a little over a season and a half so far. It is still a decent amount of time, but I felt like so much emotional impact from that conversation, and I wouldn't feel that if the character wasn't so... Dude, what? I don't know if that reaction from him punching the towel dispenser is a thing of joy, like, heck yeah, I beat it, or if it's an angry thing. I mean, he looked pretty freaking angry when he was punching it. There's so many conflicting feelings and emotions from this show, and especially that episode. It felt like every minute I felt a different way. This show certainly keeps me on my toes. That episode was so up and down. Every few minutes have a super happy and hype up moment, and then immediately followed by some sort of disaster or sad moment. It's crazy how much of a roller coaster this show is emotionally, and I'm enjoying it because of that. It always keeps me guessing, never know what's gonna happen next. Even in a single scene, I can't even fully comprehend everything that's happened, like the end scene with Walter punching that towel dispenser. As I mentioned, I don't know what I'm supposed to take from that, but I'm just going to assume that it's some sort of anger. I don't know, but that's just what I'm gonna go off of right now. Maybe he's angry that... No, but even as I'm talking about it, I'm second guessing myself and thinking, oh, he's just punching it because he's like happy that he beat it or something. I don't know, but I love that aspect that not everything is 100% clear to me right away. Maybe you're all thinking I'm an idiot and I should have gotten something super clear there, but definitely gonna have to think about it a little more as I go through the edit for it. But I really enjoyed this episode. It was was a bit more of a slow episode per se, because a lot of it was Jesse and Walter stuck out in the middle of nowhere, but that was able to provide us with a ton of great character moments for both Walter and Jesse. Obviously, Jesse has kind of a moment where he realizes that the cooking life isn't the best life he could be living and the most stress-free life he could be living, and we'll see if that experience kind of propels him to be more invested in his relationship with Jane. And Walter kind of had that discussion with Jesse about how he feels he's just always letting his family down, so he's definitely not feeling 100% mentally. But as I mentioned, the character development in the show is always just top notch. Really loving how it develops their mindsets for the audience to understand, but also just developing that connection with each one of them. But I'm super excited to continue on with the show, and we only have a few more episodes in the season, and so I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm assuming there will be some pretty big developments going on in the show, and just off the top of my head now, I just remembered that from way back in the show, we've gotten those shots of kind of the blown up bear or whatever, the burnt bear, and all that weird stuff that seemed to be from an explosion at Walter's house. We still haven't resolved that, so I'm assuming we'll maybe find out about things that happened with that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me react to this episode. If you did, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. And if you'd like to see the full reaction to this episode, definitely check out my Patreon link in the description. That's where you can find that, and you'll always be able to find those earlier than the YouTube edits as well. And so I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode, and until then, peace.